नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Verse 12. Kim pramatasya bahubhi parokshairhayanayriha varam muhurtam viditam gatate astreyase yata. Kim pramatasya bahubhi parokshairhayanayriha varam muhurtam viditam gatate श्रेयसे यथा। किं प्रमतस्य बहुभिः परोक्षैर्हायनैरिह वरं मुहूर्तं विदितं गडते श्रेयसे यथा. Translation and purport by Sri Gira Sabai Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Synonyms. Kim, what is? Pramatasya, of the bewildered. Bahubhi, by many. Parokshehi, inexperienced. Hayanaihi, years. Iha, in this world. Varam, better. Muhurtam, a moment. Viditam, conscious. Ghatate, one can try for. Shreyase, in the matter of the supreme interest. Yatha, by that. Translation. What is the value of a prolonged life which is wasted inexperienced by years in this world? Better moment of full consciousness, because that gives one a start in searching after his supreme interest. Purport. Srila Sukadeva Goswami instructed Maharaja Parikshit about the importance of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord by every progressive gentleman. In order to encourage the king, who had only 7 remaining days of life, Srila Sukadeva Goswami asserted that there is no use in living hundreds of years without any knowledge of the problems of life. Better to live for a moment with the full consciousness of the supreme interest to be fulfilled. The supreme interest of life is eternal, with full knowledge and bliss. Those who are bewildered by the external features of the material world and are engaged in the animal propensities of the eat, drink, and be merry type of life are simply wasting their lives by the unseen passing away of valuable years. We should know in perfect consciousness that human life is bestowed upon the conditioned soul to achieve spiritual success. And the easiest possible procedure to attain this end is to chant the holy name of the Lord. In the previous verse, we have discussed this point to a certain extent, and we may further be enlightened on the different types of offenses committed unto the feet of the holy name. Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhu has quoted many passages from authentic scriptures and has ably supported the statements in the matter of offenses at the feet of the holy name. From Vishnu Yamala Tantra, Srila Jiva Goswami has proven that one can be liberated from the effects of all sin simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Quoting from the Markandeya Purana, Sri Goswami Ji says that one should neither blaspheme the devotee of the Lord nor indulge in hearing others who are engaged in belittling a devotee of the Lord. A devotee should try to restrict the belly fire by cutting out his tongue. And being unable to do so, one should commit suicide rather than hear the blaspheming of the devotee of the Lord. The conclusion is that one should neither hear nor allow vilification of a devotee of the Lord. As far as distinguishing the Lord's holy name from the names of the demigods, the revealed scriptures disclose. that all extraordinary powerful beings are but parts and parcels of the supreme energetic Lord Krishna. Except for the Lord himself, everyone is subordinate, no one is independent of the Lord. Since no one is more powerful than or equal to the energy of the Supreme Lord, no one's name can be as powerful as that of the Lord. By chanting the Lord's holy name, one can derive all the stipulated energy synchronized from all sources. Therefore, one should not equalize the supreme holy name of the Lord with any other name. Brahma, Shiva, or any other powerful God can never be equal to the Supreme Lord Vishnu. The powerful holy name of the Lord can certainly deliver one from sinful effects, but one who desires to utilize this transcendental potency of the holy name of the Lord in one's sinister activities is the most degraded person in the world. Such persons are never excused by the Lord or by any agent of the Lord. One should therefore utilize one's life in glorifying the Lord by all means, without any offense. Such activity of life, even for a moment, is never to be compared to a prolonged life of ignorance, like the lives of the tree and other living entities who may live for thousands of years without prosecuting spiritual advancement. Hari Om Tat Sat. So this is further very important verse. In the last verse we have seen Om Jnanati Virandasya Jnana Jnana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णवृषाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो आचार्यपदाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरकतादामधाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रसाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरिहराय नम कृष्ण यादवाय नम हरे गोपाल गोविंद राम श्रीमधुसूदानाम मुखां करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं गायते गिरिमत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्द माधवं श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरं हरि ओम तत्सत्. So this is really very beautiful verse followed by another beautiful verse. So the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the only way, and there's no other way, no other way, no other way. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Iva Kevalam Kale Nasteva, 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 Gadir Anyatha. It has been repeated. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructing, and he has given us this Hare Krishna mantra by investing all his personal potency into that. And it is full of mercy. It has prema, Krishna prema. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation, he has exhibited unlimited mercy. He is the mercy personified and prema personified. So he has given us the love for Krishna, which is not attained by greatest of jnanis and greatest of Ashtanga yogis and greatest of karmis. They have never achieved even a 0.5% of this particular Krishna prem because it is impossible. Bhukti, mukti, and this any other process cannot get this. Only bhakti can get you the prema, and that bhakti with faith and love, when we perform the devotional service to Krishna, it even attracts Krishna, because Radharani is the personified of the pure, unalloyed, loving devotional service at its peak. And that mood and her color, he has borrowed Krishna, and he came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, as his own best of the devotees, who is Radharani, he has given us, distributed us freely this Krishna Prem, which motivates Radharani to be in such a state of the peak of the pure unalloyed loving devotional service, which can subdue even Krishna. And that particular attitude, that particular mood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has distributed without any cost. Huh? You don't need to be as I told you, the best of jnanis yogis cannot achieve even starting of the bhakti. So just think then what to speak of others. But because of the mercy personified of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has distributed Nitai Gauranga. They came here to distribute this love for Krishna freely to one and all through this chanting process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you know how much merciful he is. He does not want anyone to be denied of the Krishna Prem, the ride of the Krishna Prem for any reason, you know. He does not want a living entity to miss this opportunity through any rules or regulations or Vedic injunctions or by their birth or their qualification or gender or race or any means. He is so careful in distributing the mercy that when he gave this prema freely through the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he has also told that Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha, for chanting the holy name of the Lord, you do not have any kind of rules or regulation, time, place, or character, qualification, nothing. Anybody and everybody, anytime, and 24 hours a day and night can chant anywhere this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This has never ever been given so liberal like this. This is the first time, maybe the last chance we got. So we should take full advantage of this, irrespective of our present situation, our present sufferings, our present problems, our present circumstances. We should take this to be the top priority activity of offenselessly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this holy name should be chanted Suddhanam, offenselessly. So he has appointed Namacharya Sri Laridas Thakura, who is none other than Brahmaji, who is the Pratham Acharya of our own Acharya Parampara. You see, the Pratham Acharya has become again Nama Acharya for this age of Kali. Directly, how powerful it is. And he has given, you can chant the holy name loud so that you will get 10 times benefit. And when you chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, do not commit any offense. So there are 10 offenses that we have seen in the previous class. And especially the Ati Mata offense, the Vaishnava Aparad, we should never ever commit. And we should avoid all the 10 offenses when we chant the holy name of the Lord in order to yield its full benefit, which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Namacharya Haridas Thakura has given us the Suddhanam. They have not given us any Nama Pratar, Nama Abhasha or anything or any contamination. They have given us Suddhanam with the pure love for Krishna, and we have to take it as it is from the parampara. We should not contaminate it with our offenses. We should not contaminate it with our desire for material enjoyment. We should not contaminate it with any of our motive, material or spiritual. We should simply take it as it is, as pure as it is, and just follow them by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as offenselessly as they have demonstrated to us. And with the live example, we have got our Guru Maharaj and the whole Acharya Parampara is there. ISKCON has demonstrated very wonderfully how the offenseless chanting of the holy name congregationally could be performed joyfully, blissfully, dancing in front of the deities. So this is being proven for the last more than 50 years here, all over the world, not in one sector. So such an opportunity this earth has never seen, nor will it witness again. So this opportunity we should take very seriously and understand the potency and the value of this. We should never ever find fault in any living entity. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, despite He has allowed anybody to chant Hare Krishna. He also told, when will you be able to yield the full benefit of it? When will you be able to chant this holy name non-stop, 24 hours, both day and night? It is possible. They never say anything impossible. And they told the way also, Tranatabi Sunishena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manidena Kirtaniya Sadahari Sada means always 24 hours, both day and night. Kirtaniya Sadahari, always 24 hours, both and night. You can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra with such a mental attitude. What is that mental attitude? Trinadabi Sunishena Taroriva Sahishnuna. So you have to feel meek and humble, lower than a grass, and then tolerant more than a tree. And then give all respect to others. Do not maintain any self prestige or expect any prestige for yourself. In such a mental state, yes, you can chant this Hare Krishna non-stop. Even if you want to stop, you cannot stop. Such is the power of this wonderful Suddhanam. So let's all enjoy the Suddhanam of chanting Hare Krishna offenselessly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Nitai Gauranga, when you chant Panchatattva Maha Mantra, you will feel that ecstasy what they felt. They can imbibe that to you because they came to give this very free of cost to you. So we chant Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then we read this Srimad Bhagavatam text. You will really relish, because this is what his devotional service is all about. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So this is the main process for all, especially in this Kali Yuga, that we offenselessly chant the holy name of the Lord. At least avoid the 10 offenses against the holy name of the Lord. This is very important. Jiva Goswami is one of the 6 Goswamis. A stalwart devotee has given us direction, and he has researched all the different scriptures, and from different Upanishads and Puranas, he has extracted, okay, what are all the 10 offenses against the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So we all should be aware of that, and we should avoid the 10 offenses when we chant the holy name. Then you will really feel that particular ecstatic symptoms, ecstatic feeling that Lord Chaitanya has given us freely, and you can, consume that by chanting offenselessly. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Verse 13. Katvango naam rajarshirjnatve yattamihayusha muhurtat sarvamutsrujya gatavan abhayam harim. Katvango naam rajarshirjnatve yattamihayusha muhurtat sarvamutsrujya gatavan Abhayam Harim. Katvango Nama Rajarshir Jnatve Yatham Ihayusha Muhurtat Sarvam Utsrujya Gatavan Abhayam Harim. Synonyms: Katwanga, king, Katwanga. Nama, name. Raja Rishi, saintly king. Jnatva, by knowing. Yatham, duration. Iha, in this world. Ayusha, of one's life. Muhurtat, within only a moment. Sarvam, everything. Utsrujya, leaving aside. Gatavan, had undergone. Abhayam, fully safe. Harim, the personality of Godhead. So, Sukadeva Goswami is continuing. The saintly king Katwanga, after being informed that the duration of his life would be only a moment more, at once freed himself from all material activities and took shelter of the supreme safety, the personality of Godhead. Purport: a fully responsible man should always be conscious of the prime duty of the present human form of life. The activities to meet the immediate necessities of material life are not everything. One should always be alert in his duty for attainment of the best situation in the next life. Human life is meant for preparing ourselves for that prime duty. Maharaja Katwanga is mentioned here as a saintly king because even within the responsibility of the state management, he was not at all forgetful of the prime duty of life. Such was the case with other Rajarshi saintly kings like Maharaja Yudhishthira and Maharaja Parikshit. They were all exemplary personalities on account of their being alert in discharging their prime duty. Maharaja Katwanga was invited by the demigods in the higher planets to fight demons, and as a king, he fought the battles to the full satisfaction of the demigods. The demigods, being fully satisfied within him, wanted to give him some benediction for material enjoyment. But Maharaja Katwanga, being very much alert to his prime duty, inquired from the demigods about his remaining duration of life. This means that he was not as anxious to accumulate some material benediction from the demigods as he was to prepare himself for the next life. He was informed by the demigods, however, that his life would last only a moment longer. The king at once left the heavenly kingdom, which is always full of material enjoyment of the highest standard, and coming down to this earth, took ultimate shelter of the all-safe personality of Godhead. He was successful in his great attempt and achieved liberation. This attempt, even for a moment, by the saintly king was successful because he was always alert to his prime duty. Maharaja Parikshit was thus encouraged by the great Sukadeva Goswami, even though he had only 7 days left in his life, to execute the prime duty of hearing the glories of the Lord in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. By the will of the Lord, Maharaja Parikshit instantly met the great Sukadeva Goswami, and the great treasure of spiritual success left by him is nicely mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, in the previous verse itself, Maharaja Parikshit was encouraged, encouraged by Sukadeva Goswami that you don't need to worry that you got only 7 days and there's something you have not done or something, because even very long duration of life, if someone is performing all the activities of material life and enjoying everything, it is of no use. Rather, even one moment, if they live, that moment will be hearing and chanting the holy name and fame and the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. That is worth. So he was telling, so that Parikshit is very encouraged because he is in the verge of death. In 7 days, he is going to die. So he told, even there's a worst case scenario than you were there in the same saintly king, Rajarshis Parikshit Maharaj. You have at least 7 full days and night. But you know, Katwanga Muni, he was in his duty. As a Kshatriya king, he was even helping demigods, and he had only one moment of life when he came to know when he's going to die. You at least have 7 days. So he had only one moment. And despite that, he is able to achieve the full success by taking shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this chanting and hearing of the Krishna's pastime is the only means, whether you have one moment or you have one yuga or you have like Markandeya, several Manus period. Doesn't matter. The only thing you need to do is just Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Only the devotional service is the only thing, whether it is for one moment or for 1 millions of years, you have to perform only this. So that Katwanga had only one moment, and he performed the devotional service and attained the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Hari, and he was rescued. So, what is the use of prolonged life? That one moment, if that is spent in a right direction, that is in a swalpam abhyasya dharmasya trayato mahate bhayat. So, even 1%, if you incline towards Krishna consciousness, that will save you from the greatest danger of death. And Katwanga was about to die in a moment. He surpassed the death in just one moment. And you are going to die in 7 days, and you are going to surpass the death in 7 days. So it does not matter when I will die. But if I spend every moment like Katwanga or like Parikshit Maharaj, spending my time in hearing and chanting the holy name and the pastimes of Lord Krishna from this text of Srimad Bhagavatam, then I have nothing to worry whether will I die in the next moment or next year or live for 100 years or so. You don't need to worry about anything. Engage yourself, practice yourself in engaging in the chanting the holy name of the Lord always 24 hours, both day and night. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is really a very good engagement that, yeah, I have 7 days. Okay, that Katwanga had only one moment, and despite that, he was able to achieve success because he was a saintly king, Raja Rishi. And here Parikshit Maharaj is also Raja Rishi, so he will also achieve his success. So the spiritual master is essential. The spiritual master knows that if you have 7 days, what you should do. If you have many more days, what you should do. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada and the Acharya Parampara has given us because we had many more days lived, and when we came to Krishna conscious, so they gave, okay, you chant 16 rounds every day. And you read all these Srila Prabhupada books. They have selected and written the books which you have to read. You don't need to get into the whole Veda, Rig Veda, Shama Veda, Tarva Veda, all these Vedas, Yajurveda, and then the Upanishads, then the great Mahabharata, then the Vedanta Sutra. No, you don't need to read anything. You just read Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Science of Krishna. And all other small books are related to this text of Bhakti. So whatever Srila Prabhupada books is adequate enough for you to read. And you distribute the books, read the book and distribute the books and chant only 16 rounds a day regularly. So this is just like Parikshit Maharaj is hearing from Sukadeva Goswami. So all our lives have been made saintly life because of this wonderful ISKCON movement by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Though we are grihasthas, we are ladies, we are, Shudras, we have nothing to worry of any of our paristhiti, that means our situation. Or our environment or our circumstances. You don't need to worry about any of these things. You can perform your devotional service of reading Srila Prabhupada books and chanting 16 rounds, worshipping Gaurnitai and eating prasadam and preaching the same to others. Nothing else you have to do. Everything else will fall into place automatically. Just keep chanting the holy name of the Lord day and night. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization? सुग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, पतित वंशल प्रभुपाद की जय, वैष्णव प्रणाम वंश कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. थैंक यू वेरी मच. जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय.